What the f was that game? Like, are you kidding me? How do we lose to the New York Giants? They're starting a rookie QB, first start, hasn't played before, so he should struggle. Everybody kept talking about how good our defense was, how we gave Cam Newton trouble, how we gave Jimmy Garoppolo trouble. Saquon Barkley got hurt. He was out with that ankle, whatever leg issue. We should have dominated this game. And in the first half we did, but what the f happened in the second half? I really don't understand it. I thought Tampa Bay struggles. You know, we always struggle with rookie quarterbacks at home. It was like a recipe for disaster, but we all said, no, we got Bruce Arians. This is different now. And after the first half, it was like, ooh, we got this locked down. And then the second half came and just slapped us right in our faces. And then here we go, another loss. I just don't understand it. But before I get into my analysis, please, if you are new here, make sure you click the subscribe button down below. I will be doing, and I have been doing, weekly reactions to our Bucs games. But yeah, please make sure you do that so you can stay tuned for future ones. But seriously, my mind... This game really should have been ours. We were dominating the first half. Our offense was unstoppable. Our defense was playing pretty good. I mean, Daniel Jones had some plays, but he wasn't really moving the ball. And then the second half came out, and, you know, their first play, they had that 75-yard touchdown on that crossing route. And then from there, everything just unraveled. Our offense couldn't really do anything after that. We only scored 3 points in the entire second half, which is completely unacceptable after we put up 28 in the first. But let me get into the winners of the games, even though I don't really want to. The first winner I would say is Jameis Winston, 23 completions, 380 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. I'm not going to be too mad about the interception because it wasn't his fault that we lost the game or couldn't put more points on the board, I guess. After that pick, we recovered a fumble anyway, so that pick was completely canceled out. So I'm not really mad about that. He played very well. He made good decisions. Outside of that pick, I think he had 1 near interception. But other than that, he played very well. He delivered the ball with velocity. I love how his deep balls now, he's arching it a lot more to give our receivers a chance to actually recover on their route and try to catch the ball. He looked like he was sure where he was going. He just looked very confident. Compared to week 1 and week 2, he looked a lot better. And if this is the kind of Jameis that we get moving forward, I would not be mad at all. I know Bruce Arians said before the season he'd be fine with 1 interception a game. So, I mean, if Jameis continues to deliver 300 plus yards, 2 to 3 touchdowns every week, I am completely happy. So I'm not really going to put the loss on him there. The second winner of the game, Mike Evans, 8 catches, 190 yards, 3 touchdowns. He had a monster first half. I think he was at like 117, 120 yards in the first half on 5 catches and then 3 touchdowns. To me, it felt like he was going to finish the day with 4 to 5 touchdowns, especially after that first half. He was nearly unguardable. Janoris Jenkins didn't know what to do with him. He got the 20-some yard touchdown over the top. He got that one streak kind of down the middle, that the post route down the middle is his third one, and then his second one was that little wide receiver screen. Like, they were using him in completely different ways, and I really thought that was a great utilization of Mike Evans, especially since he struggled the first 2 weeks. So, like I said, he was going to bounce back, and it looks like he did. So, I mean, if he continues his production moving forward, he's not going to get 200 yards a week, but he looks good, and they're using him in the right way, so hopefully this continues moving forward. He was hands down our best player for the day, even though in the second half he kind of disappeared, but I will get into that when I talk about the losers of the game. The third winner of the game has to go to the steal of our free agency, Shaq Barrett. He had 4 sacks this game, 2 forced fumbles. That puts him on 8 sacks for the season. I know I was reading a lot of analysis before the season, and people were saying if he could give us 6 to 8 sacks this year, he would be a complete steal for us. And here he is with 8 in 3 weeks. I'm pretty sure he leads the league now in sacks. Cleveland, Myles Garrett, I think, has 4.5 or 5. But yeah, Shaq Barrett, he was definitely a big steal. And once JPP comes back, hopefully in October, November, having him on one side and Shaq Barrett on the other, that would be a force to be reckoned with, especially having Ndamukong Suh and Vita Vea in the middle, those 2 solid, giant men just kind of destroying the middle of the line. And Shaq Barrett was getting double teamed on a lot of plays, so the fact that he has a bunch of moves, he can spin, he can go on the outside, inside, do all those kinds of things. I mean, nobody thought he would have another 3 sacks this week, but he got 4. So, I mean, if he can continue 1 sack a week for the rest of the season, I think right now at this pace, he's on pace for 32 sacks, which is not going to happen, but he's definitely been a steal for us in the free agency. Now, the worst part is if he continues to play this well, we can't afford him next year, especially if we decide to keep Jameis. there's no way we can afford Shaq Barrett and he'll have to go. So hopefully Jason Light has a way to maneuver the salary cap and maybe, you know, maybe sign Shaq Barrett before the season ends so you can kind of get him for a lower price. I don't know, but he has been an absolute steal. He's definitely been our defensive MVP for the whole season, and that guy is completely unstoppable. So now let me get into the losers. The first loser of the game will have to go to our defense as a whole. There's no way we should give Daniel Jones the ability to throw over 300 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns. It was completely unacceptable. That last one on 4th down at the end of the game where he just ran right up the middle completely wide open. I don't understand. Saquon was out. We should have had a linebacker spying or someone spying on Daniel Jones. There's no reason that the middle of the field was that wide open and he could just essentially jogged in. Like, it doesn't make any sense. The defense, especially after the first 2 weeks, the way they kind of locked down San Francisco, and we knew Cam had some throwing issues, but the way they played, you didn't think that he would be our first, you know, Daniel Jones would be our first real threat and the first player we would struggle with. Receivers were wide open down the field. Vernon Hargreaves played horribly outside of Shaq Barrett and the D-line, even though the D-line wasn't really that consistent. Outside of Shaq Barrett, the D-line didn't really do too much. We did bottle the run, but I mean, that's what we were focusing on anyway. So defense takes a big fat L for that one. I don't necessarily blame the loss on them, but they played a huge role in the loss. The second losers of the game I have to give to coaching, because the second half, there were absolutely no adjustments. The first half, we were doing pretty well on defense, stopping them. Maybe they scored 1 touchdown in the first half, and then, you know, we scored 28 points. Jameis was dealing that ball left and right. We were completely unstoppable on both ends. And then the second half came along. They scored that long touchdown, and we should have recouped and everything. But after that, like, our defense completely fell apart. Our offense couldn't really get anything going. We weren't sustaining drives. We weren't completing deep balls. Mike Evans was completely taken out of the picture. So I don't understand why Byron Leftwich, Bruce Arians couldn't make some slight adjustments to keep Mike Evans kind of hot. I think in the third quarter he didn't get a catch until the final 2 minutes or something like that, or maybe not. Maybe I'm tripping, but the second half was a complete abysmal performance on both sides of the ball. I don't understand what happened, especially a team with the Giants who have pretty decent coaching. You'd know that they would make adjustments. We just completely failed on that front. And now the third loser, and the one I place the majority of the blame on, or all the blame on, is Matt Gay. How do you miss? First off, you missed 2 extra points. One was blocked, one was wide left, I want to say, maybe wide right. Either way, you missed 2 extra points. That would have had us at 33 points at the end of the game and would have forced the Giants to go for a 2 at the end. And if they didn't get it, we win. But if they did, it would have been a tie game, would have been less pressure. Then the fact that you miss a game-ending field goal to win the game, I don't understand. It just doesn't make sense to me. And the coaching at the end of the game, when we took that delay of game, we were at the 10-yard line. Why did we take a delay of game penalty, move back 5 yards, and then waste our timeout on one play just to have Jameis run to the left? Honestly, with 11 seconds left, we don't take the delay of game penalty. I think we take a safe shot at the end zone, tell Jameis, hey, if it's not there, just throw it out. Try to win the game by a touchdown. I literally texted my friend right before that play, and I said, we should take a shot at the end zone. Do not leave the game to Matt Gay's leg. And, of course, they do. That 5 yards on the delay game penalty, and then he kicks it right. It doesn't make any sense. I know everybody was talking about he can kick the deep field goals. Honestly, at this point, why did we even throw that deep ball to Evans at the end? Why didn't we just take a 15-20 yarder and have Matt Gay kick a 55 yarder to win the game? Like, this kicking woe, we've had a million kickers in the last 3, 4, 5 years. It doesn't make sense. We should start bringing kickers from, like, soccer players from overseas who can kick. It just, these kicking curses, I want to say in the last 3, 4 seasons, we've lost 8, 9, maybe 10 games because of kicking. Absolutely horrible performance by Matt Gay. Last week, same thing. He ended up winning the game with us at the end with a bunch of those field goals, but he missed one there too. So I don't know what's going on with him. All the short range kicks, he absolutely sucks. Like, we need to hire a sports psychologist or something so he can analyze these kickers, because that is absolutely unacceptable. There's no reason. That's a game we should have won. We were playing against a bad team at home. We're not going to be home again until November because of that stupid London game. We should have locked this one up. We would have been up 2-1. So I don't know what they're going to do with coaching. I don't know what they're going to do with kicking. We got to figure something out, because we can't have all these games decided by our kickers who are missing extra points and field goals. Just does not make any sense. So I don't know, Bucs fans. Next week I think we go to Los Angeles and we play the Rams. I'm not too confident about that. They have an incredible offense, probably the best offense we're going to face all season. And our defense, if they look anything like they did today, we're going to get killed. So this one hurt. This one really hurt. And I don't really have nothing much to say about that. Like, it was a painful one. When we got down inside the 10 at the end with that Evans catch, I was like, this is it. You know, we're turning our tide. Last week we stopped Carolina at the goal line. Maybe, you know, luck is starting to go our way, starting to win some close games, but no, same old Bucs. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you click subscribe down below. And honestly, I have no idea. This is all right, I'll catch y'all next time. I'm out.
Our offense tough, our defense rough. Go Bucs, go Bucs. Ain't no other team stopping us. Go Bucs, go Bucs.